who was sold this affordable house by the town of Hempstead's affordable housing program. This is a 6-foot deep sinkhole that Mrs. King and her son filled themselves. 6-foot hole sinkhole in the front yard. And here we are going to the side of the house. And this is where there were other sinkholes going to the back of the house. Here is one sinkhole. Right here is another one that they've tried to fill in. But you can see it really didn't do that well. And here we are going to the back. Whoa, I just fell in that sinkhole. Right. Oh, let's get a better shot of that. Here's the back. You can see the unleveledness of the backyard. Here we have a deep hole here. Here we have a garden. And you can see the unleveledness of the backyard. Now let's swing back to this sinkhole again, as I just tripped in. Here we have a sinkhole right here. And that's about, looks like, it's about 3 or 4 feet deep. Right here, 3 feet deep. And let's go around, check out her screen door. This screen door, it's alleged that this door can still be opened when it's set to lock. Let's see. Okay, that's pretty good. It won't open. That's the screen. So we'll try from the inside. And let's finish our journey around the house. This is the other side. There seems to be no defects here. Let's see. Foundation. Alright. No defects. Alright, and here we are back to the front, about to go in. And let's see what we got inside. The first floor of the building, and this is the crack in the foundation. As you can see, it goes to full width of this room, and the carpet is rolled up, I think due to the spilling of the water from the bathroom. This is the rest of the room.
You see 2 grays on the floor. The first
This is the back room of the house.
With the footprints and initials in it, and then they call themselves cleaning.
As you can see, it's unfinished, provided to you for the town of Hempstead. And this is affordable housing. This is the rear room of the building. And as you can see, it's unfinished. And these are spots of graffiti that was in the foundation on the floor.
What was that?
And like I said, once again, this room has haven't been finished, and it's been here like 2 years. Okay. And you can see the exposed fiberglass, you know, here. And this wood is the only thing that protects this building from the outside. Is this, on the other side, this is the outside. Here we have a shot of the home security system that never worked, and as you can see, it was made by whoever it was made by. It's not operational, and it's been here since the house was built. Brought to you by the town of Hempstead Affordable Housing. I am a technician, and so it is safe to say that here the burglar alarm for the front door, as you can see, it's very hard, even though they are magnetically joint. Look at this space. That's at least a ½ inch. And I wouldn't have did a job like that myself. And I'm a rushy type person when I do installation jobs. Also, the security purposes, Mrs. King had to put on a deadbolt because of she had to put a deadbolt on because of the fact that someone could just break this window and just come in and unlock the knob. So she had to install a deadbolt. Well, this window right here should have been on the other side of the door.
Crack over here, and you're gonna see the faults given away over here, and you're gonna see the nail pops all over the wall and on the other side also, and we just don't know why. You know. We don't know
Where am I? Okay. I don't know, this camera's acting kind of funny now. Oh, it's not enough light up there for it to see. But if you can, it's not enough light. There is a crack in the ceiling up here, and we're not able to get a good shot of that. It's a camera. I won't pick up on it. But if you can see the crack. Alright. And
just all throughout the house, any of the ceiling.
here we have the kitchen cabinet, and the sheetrock is only right here. It's not behind the wall of the cabinet itself. If you open up the cabinet and you look inside, we're losing our light. There is no sheetrocking inside the cabinet. And there are also nail pops throughout the house. Nail pops of the nails coming out of the walls. All throughout the house. We're showing you one place where lighting is permitting us to show you. And nail pops are basically throughout the house.
Nails are leaving the walls throughout the house.
And here we have a good
So
shot.
you recommend an affordable house to anyone?
Right here.
You can't afford it.
This is the crack
A lot of room for
in the roof.
them to breathe. That's one good thing about it.
The cathedral ceiling. This is the crack. This is a shot.
Yeah.
Taking too much time, too much energy. You know, this is pathetic. Other people, more people put in time and interest in.
There's another.
They get indignant. That's what this house reminds me.
Yeah, the bathroom.
Another pop.
They'll
pop, and they're all out there throughout the house.
You got this crack up here.
Okay. There's another crack.
And the one everywhere where there's a
In the seam, wherever there's a stress area, there's a crack. And there's another crack right there.
You need to get the ones in the hallway, get them.
And
You gotta do
these are
where
throughout
every
the
wall
house.
joins another
These are
wall.
throughout the house.
Did you get it in writing?
Okay, so this kitchen floor right here, the town was supposed to pay for this. The town was supposed to pay for this kitchen floor, which wasn't here when Miss King moved in. She paid for it upon their saying that they would reimburse her. And as you can see, she hasn't been reimbursed for anything. And she had this floor put down herself. It wasn't here when she moved in.
Now you have to clean up this bathroom, because I see.
Okay. This is the bathroom. This is the shower configuration. And pull out again. Let us. Boy.
The shower's off.
Portable housing.
The shower's off.
The shower is off, huh? It runs like that.
Yeah, on top of your head when you clean the tub out. And the tub has no stopper in it. Doesn't even have anything in it, so the water, you can't take a bath.
The tub has no stopper in it.
The tub has a brand new house, tub has no stopper in it.
You mean there's no stop?
Yeah, there's nothing there. It's there. He just put the tub in, but he didn't put no stopper in it. And here's the toilet seat that they gave us. the toilet seat that he gave us.
Okay. They were really using substandard equipment when they
That was a
put
used
this
toilet
place
seat.
in there.
That's a used toilet seat.
From a used job he probably was doing, alright.
Thank you.
And what was the name of the contractor?
ADDJ Construction Company, 17A Oakley in Amityville, Mr. John Johnson. Hired by the town of Hempstead Affordable Housing Program, Phase 3.
Damn. Okay, flush the toilet for us.
Notice the dripping? Okay, that was one. And the drip.
Flush it again?
And look at this. That toilet's not working properly. This toilet was replaced 6 times. 6 times this toilet was replaced. He told the town, the plumber told the town, he replaced it 3 times. So we can't figure him out. He must have bought 3 toilets and replaced them 2 times each. Who can figure that one? I can't figure it out.
And you say there are water stains in the light?
Yeah, the light fixture has water in it. That's water. And you can see the water stains around the light. Can you see the water stains? Right around the light, your water stains. And in this room, right outside the bathroom, is
That would be
on
coming
this
from your
side.
kitchen
So
sink?
water
On this
stains.
side, you see water
That
around.
would be coming from your kitchen or from the bathroom?
See it's going around.
They don't know. No one knows why the water is coming through the electrical system.
Because they don't want to put a hole in the wall and find out.
I know how to
No, because
figure
they
it
may
out.
have to actually take the house down.
Water
Thank you.
stain.
That is
That's
what you're
why.
gonna do. Take the house
Because
down.
they just put it up.
Yeah, they just put it up.
Yeah, they sell land and just
That's
build.
what's wrong with is this sink operational?
Yes, but when I first moved in, they didn't even hook the waste line to the sink, and we didn't know it, so we was using the sink just to wash our hands, and the water was going down here. So they took a little putty, and they puttied it in. See that? They puttied it in, made the connection there, and look at what it is. They didn't have nothing back here. It was just nasty, a nasty wall back there in this brand new
Right,
house,
so they just
and they
put
took
this
this
in
piece of
wood.
wood and threw it back there in a brand new house. You know, so it makes you like wonder, what happened to the back of the cabinet? You know, what were your plans for the back of the cabinet? Just to leave it like that. Just to leave it like that. You know, even this, you know, it's so cheap. It's so cheap. You know, this is supposed to be mounted in the wall.
The bathroom safe
And
that
he
we have
just took
in
his
our bathroom.
electric
That
screw
bathroom
and
sink
screwed
that
it
we
onto
have,
the wall.
I think they do that away from an affordable house.
Street. And the reason why we're here today is because we're investigating affordable housing in Roosevelt. Is it good or is it bad? And we found that at 46 Henry Street, we came to the conclusion that affordable housing is not affordable because you get a house, but then with the dangers that you have inside of the house, which are electrical, the structural impairments that you have inside of the house, and also the loss of peace of mind that you're going to have because there's going to be constant revelations as you live in the house. We found that this king who lives here, she's been living here for 2 years and the house is still depreciating at an extremely rapid rate.
And unfinished.
Yes, and it's unfinished, and the house is what I would call the question mark house. You're always going to be asking yourself questions in terms of trying to understand the logic behind the building of the house. It doesn't take an architect or a person with any building expertise to figure out that they just threw this house together and placed it on this property to utilize space and to actually be able to tap into.
Oh.
My name is Raymond Matthews, and I'm reporting here for the African Network News. This is Ms. Sheila Caballero. We're concerned citizens here in Roosevelt.
Now, after the intellectual assessment of this house would come the emotional assessment. And I find that you can't help but be angry that the town of Hempstead would sell this to African American people and expect it to be acceptable. This is totally unacceptable to the African American community. We are requesting that the town of Hempstead legitimize its claim as this is an affordable house.
I'd also like to say, Sheila, that inside the home we noticed that there's a tremendous amount of shifting in the home, and that the foundation is cracking. There is at least a there is at least a half-inch crack in the floor, and it goes across the entire room. We've noticed nail
Nail pops.
nail pops in the home. The bathroom facility is unhealthy for anyone. There is a child here in this home. Um, I believe that the town of Hempstead needs to answer some questions. And I also believe that we can get, if we can get a tape made of this home, that we can present it to the town of Hempstead and ask them to answer questions. Why is there a room in this house that is incomplete? There's still fiberglass in the ceiling, the insulation. There was no electrical wiring in that room.
No heating.
There was no heating in that room. It's just a concrete floor. And you're standing almost outside. You've got at least 5/8 of an inch plywood stopping you from going outside
With no insulation.
with no insulation.
My opinion is, and I'm not a professional architect, but my opinion is that I would like to know if you're going to build a house, wouldn't it be intelligent to first check the house, to check the land, to see exactly what kind of building can be done? Because it almost appears that they built the house assuming that it would hold, and then the house did begin to shift and sink.
And there are sinkholes throughout, which I almost fell in.
That's what caused the majority of the problems inside of the house, which causes the walls to shift, the plumbing to shift, electricity to shift, everything in the house moved. So now what it appears to be their solution, I don't know how you can get around it, but it would seem like the house will have to be somehow leveled and stabilized, which I don't know if that's a possibility.
I think it's almost totally impossible to do that at this point.
That's
Because
what
of the
my
shifting
thoughts
of the
are, too.
home, I believe that we saw water in one of the lighting fixtures in the bathroom downstairs.
And also in the, what is that thing, the smoke detector have
And
water.
there's not a
smoke
joint,
detector.
there's not a jointed wall that
That's
you're not
still
going to see a crack
intact.
where you can see that the walls are cracking because of the shift and the movement of the house.
Again, I say that we're here as concerned citizens of the community of Roosevelt because we want all of the residents to have an equal quality of life. And here, it seems like what we have here is somewhat of a dumping. They're just pushing people into these homes without coming back to evaluate or to even analyze or just to check it out, to see if the house is suitable to live in. At this point, by the time the contract is up, it's like driving your car, for a year, and then at the end of the 12 months, 12 o'clock in the afternoon, when your warranty runs out, the car just falls apart on you. And this is the type of situation we're getting here. As soon as the contract is expired, this house is going to fall apart, which it's doing already. I believe if it keeps shifting another 2 or 3 inches, you'll be putting this house back together again.
Yeah, my feelings too is that there was some discussion about the driveway and how come they didn't line up the driveway exit with the driveway opening.
Yeah, we're
And I would
standing
think
here
that
and the
if you
driveway's
would
over
have
there.
put the driveway exit where it should have been, which would be over here, you would make it very obvious that you just squeezed the house into the lot. Because then you would see by leaving a little grass, you had to really actually redesign that because you want to make it look like there's a little landscaping over here, or else you have this very, very, very thin strip.
It's not safe for
That would
exiting and
indicate-
entering for children and cars.
Also,
indicate that they really basically had to squeeze the design of this house. And that's a belief that I have about the town anyway, that if you have any lot in Roosevelt, they're going to make some model fit into that property regardless. And that's what you had happen here. They made this particular model fit into this space of this plot of land. And what's happening here is that you have no availability to put any landscaping or shrubbery on the side of the house because then it would totally impede walking on the side.
You can't get any daylight in
Yeah,
there.
the side of the house.
No sunlight.
And what
And
I would like
also-
to say, Miss King is, I feel emotionally sorry that she had to go through this, but it is to the advantage of the community that we've really discovered that they will sell our people anything, literally anything, and expect us to take it and lay down with it and not to complain, which actually makes you go into deeper levels now of morality. Because how can you sell somebody something that you knew wasn't going to be adequate to begin with, and when it's discovered that it's inadequate, that you don't do anything to quickly at least seal it up? And we have a politician now, a man of color, that constantly says that these type of situations will open up a can of worms, because if you fix this house for Miss King, what you're going to do is establish a precedent where you're going to have to start fixing all of them. So what you would do, I guess, if you wanted to actually avoid that, is try to get around legally not having to give her an adequate resolution to her problems, so that you can make a precedent where you don't have to ever give any adequate resolution to anyone else that has affordable housing. I say affordable housing is not good in the Roosevelt community, because the builders are not going to be held accountable, the town is not going to be held accountable, and the person that's going to bear the burden and pay for the burden is going to be the resident that buys the house.
Also, I'd like to ask the question to the town of Hempstead Economic Planning and Development. If the federal government gives you a grant to build low-income homes, when you sell the homes, where does the money go? Where does the tax money go after you sell these homes? I mean, for the tax dollars, for the amount of homes that you put here in this community already, you should have enough tax dollars to do the renovations, to make all of the corrections on these homes so these people are happy in their homes. They're not saying that they want to move. They're saying that they want to live comfortably. And this is not living comfortably. When you're, you know, when your house is shifting, okay, because you could wake up in the morning and the front of your house is not even there. It could have fell right off. But the only thing holding it together are a few nails. Matry, resident here in the community, program coordinator for the IAM Corporation. And I'm here for the African Network News to know, for the question of affordable homes, is it good for the community or is it bad? I give it a -10.
I say it's no good.
It's a
no
-10.
good.
You know,
You gotta do better than that.
Sucks. Get it out of here.